Hello, welcome to my no alcohol fruit cake class. So today I'm going to be showing you the list of ingredients we need. Here we have flour, we have butter and sugar, we have raisins that I have already boiled in fruit juice, we have our spices, nutmeg, cinnamon, baking powder, we have the rind of orange and lemon here, we have dried fruits, golden syrup, vanilla, browning, treacle, eggs. We have our dried fruits. So now we're going to start by boiling our fruits with orange juice. You want to cover up your fruits with juice until it's completely soaked in it and boil on low heat until it is plump and soft. While that is on the fire, you can go ahead to cream your butter and sugar, as you can see me do. Now the time required to mix this cannot really be stated because it depends on how fast your mixer is, but I mixed mine for something between 5 and 10 minutes, and then I started to add my eggs one at a time. It's a sped up video, so you probably wouldn't see me add them all. I started to add them one or two at a time until each of the additions have properly been incorporated into the batter before I then add the second addition. Please don't forget to scrape the sides of your bowl when you're mixing, especially when you're using a stand mixer and not a hand mixer. With a hand mixer, you can reach every corner of the bowl, but with a stand mixer, you cannot do that. You need to assist it by scraping the bowl occasionally. So at this point, I had completely mixed my butter, sugar, and eggs, and the result looks just good enough for me, as you can see. So the next step to take now is to fold in the dry ingredients. My dry ingredients here consist of my rind of lemon and orange, my nutmeg, my cinnamon, and my baking powder. So I'm just going to pour them all into my flour and mix them up with a fork. You can use a hand whisk if you have that available. So now we're going to pour all the dry ingredients into this batter, and then we're going to fold it in gently. It's important to fold it in gently because you don't want to overwork your flour. The moment your flour enters your butter and sugar mixture, you have to handle with care, because if you do not do that, you're going to overwork the flour and it will give you a very tough cake result at the end of the day. Now it's time to add these 4 ingredients into our juice, starting with the black treacle. We add half a tablespoon of that, half a tablespoon of golden syrup. All these measurements will be listed in the description box. We have half a tablespoon of browning, although this is totally optional. I mean, the quantity is based on your preference. I like to leave my fruit cake looking light brown and not deep brown. So here I have added vanilla, and now I'm going to pour in the liquid along with my boiled raisins. Now I skipped the part where I boiled my raisins because boiling the raisins takes quite a long time. So I had pre-boiled my raisins for the purpose of this video, and then the one you saw me prepare was a fresh batch which we didn't wait for before we shot this video. So basically, you want to boil your raisins under low heat while soaking it with very good fruit juice, orange juice to be precise. So after we have folded all those ingredients in, it's time to fold in dried fruits. Well, this is also optional. You can decide to use nuts. You can use coconuts, desiccated coconuts. You can use toasted coconuts. You can use toasted cashew nuts, pecans, walnuts. You can use almond nuts, basically whatever works for you. But in this video, I used strictly fruits, dried fruits, so you can do that. And this is a pack of mixed fruits which I bought in my cake supply store, so you can always get them close to you. And I'm done. So now I want to pour this in prepared pans. Please do not pour your batter in dry pans. You want to prepare your pan by lining them with a parchment paper, or you apply butter at the bottom and the sides of your pan and then dust it with flour. This prevents your cake from sticking to the pan at the end of the baking process. So now I want to top my cake with some dried fruits. This step really just makes your cake look really beautiful. It's more about aesthetics than it has anything to do with the taste. So if you really want to make your cake look beautiful, I mean your fruit cake, something that looks festive and spicy and ooh, then you can go about this. But if you really don't mind, it's okay to leave it plain. Then another thing to note is it also helps to add your toppings after your cake has been in the oven for a couple of minutes, so it doesn't sink to the bottom of the pan. Not in all cases, there are times it sinks and there are times it doesn't. But to be safe, allow your cake bake for, let's say, 40 minutes. If it's going to stay for 1 hour in the oven, when it's baked for 40 minutes, you can then top it and then bake. So this is the finished result. This is after our cake has been in the oven for about 40 minutes ish, and this is so beautiful.